Hello everyone, as with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And once again, this is the 1 week chart. We're sitting here at $1.36. Earlier today, XRP pulled back with the rest of the market. And a lot of people said it's because Jane Street sold off some of their Bitcoin. I'm going to show you a different reason why I think the market pulled back. But this chart still looks really bullish, but we got to hold the line here. If we start dipping down on the price of XRP, there's a chance we will see XRP go back under $1.10. I want to see it picking up momentum from here. And look at Bitcoin sitting just above 68K. And if you look at the 24-hour chart for Bitcoin and the 24-hour chart for XRP, they are identical. Yet all over X, people are saying the decoupling is happening right now. I don't know what those people are looking at. We are still following Bitcoin. And here's why I think that pullback happened. It's because of gold and silver. Gold is up 1.96%. Silver is up 3.26%. So when you see gold rise, you could expect crypto to pull back. That's why I told you in that video yesterday, the rotation hasn't began yet. Everybody's like, oh, the rotation is beginning right now. Not until you start to see gold really start to drop in price. When that happens, we'll start to see Bitcoin go for a new all-time high. Then it will eventually come crashing down and we will get our alt season. And look at the fear and greed index. Yesterday we were at 25. Today we're at 20. I think it's more of uncertainty than fear. People need that confirmation that the breakout is happening before they go all in or before they even jump back into crypto. A lot of people are just sitting on the sidelines waiting for that confirmation. And right now, it's just way too uncertain still. And this was the big news of the day. For the first time in history, BlackRock is halting the amount people can withdraw. This is a major red flag. Something big is coming. BlackRock's $26 billion private credit fund is limiting how much investors can pull out, capping withdrawals at 5%, even though investors ask for 9.3%. Now, people are saying BlackRock is going to zero. First of all, this is their private credit fund. It's worth $26 billion. Maybe there was some sort of liquidity issue here. We really don't know. But BlackRock is not going to zero. XRP impacted in the October 10th crash. Data from market intelligence resource Sentiment confirms development, which details the divergent reactions to the October 10th crash and the ongoing downtrend across different XRP address tiers. What they're saying is this: while panic engulfed the scene, large XRP whales holding 10 million to 1 billion tokens remain unfazed, having accumulated 4.18 billion XRP. These XRP whales now hold 19.61 billion XRP, representing 32% of the XRP circulating supply, and marking their largest combined balance in history. So since October 10th, when we started to see the market trend downward, we have people selling nonstop, and as retail is selling, the whales are buying up that XRP. Now, if you know what you hold when you hold XRP, nothing is going to get you to sell it. You won't get shaken out. You'll make it through the red days, and you'll make it to the finish line. But a lot of the investors that bought after the president got elected, most of those investors are gone. But they will come back when the price breaks out again. But here's who's loading up on that XRP right now. It's the whales. And if they're buying up that amount of XRP, you know something big is coming. If oil prices continue to rise, the Bank of Japan will be forced to issue an emergency monetary policy by raising interest rates. And when that happens, ladies and gentlemen, we will face the biggest liquidity crisis in history. The Japanese carry trade involves tens of trillions of dollars invested in all global markets. XRP is an emergency rail to rescue the financial system. This was one of Jake Claver's dominoes in his domino theory. And it looks like this is playing out right now. And the president even expects gas prices to continue to rise as well. Trump says he's not concerned about biggest gas pump price spike in years. And I see people saying, don't worry, it's going to come back down next week. This is all going to be over next week. We don't know how long this war is going to go on. I see people saying it's going to go all the way into summer, while other people are saying expect it to be over within 6 weeks. We need to see where this goes from here. But usually when you see gas prices rising, usually crypto tends to pull back when that happens. This time might be different because look at the war broke out and it didn't affect the prices of crypto in any way. It's like the market expected that to happen. And this comes from Black Swan Capitalist. I've been in this ecosystem for a long time. I watched everything and everyone closely. And one thing I noticed, documented, and reported firsthand is this. There are powerful actors moving deliberately to take control of your XRP, all under the pretense of regulation, institutional oversight, and helping the network. Don't miss the bigger picture. You're not just holding a crypto asset. You're holding a piece of the financial plumbing for the next global settlement system, where value, liquidity, and debt will ultimately converge and move. On that fact alone, giving up control of your XRP right now is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. And I totally agree with that. And what he's talking about is staking it, locking it into institutional custody, or chasing yield while the price is stagnant. And manipulation means you're surrendering control of the very asset the system is being built around. Most people don't even realize it. Right now, if you're going to stake your XRP, you're handing over control to someone else. It's the same reason I keep urging you to get your crypto off the exchanges if you're holding it on exchanges, not your keys, not your crypto. XRP is so much different than just a cryptocurrency. It's the future. It's what the banks are going to utilize to move their central bank digital currencies. It's what the U.S. will utilize to move the digital dollar. The world will be using it for on-demand liquidity very soon. And people want to lock it away for periods of time in someone else's vault. I really think that's a bad idea. Custody your own XRP. XRP might surge in an explosive manner as volatility is getting squeezed. Unfortunately, it applies to movements both up and down. So what they're talking about is staying above that line where I was talking about, like around the $1.35, $1.34. If we start dropping down, we could start to have a violent move to the downside. Do I believe that's going to happen? I honestly believe the bottom is most likely in for crypto because the narrative right now is crypto's dead. We're now in a bear market. Expect 2 years of the bear market before we start to see crypto move back up. And I think all those people are wrong, and the market will prove them wrong. I believe XRP is ready for the next move up. When is it going to happen? Nobody knows. But I will say this, most of the weak hands are now out of crypto. So usually when you see that happen, expect a major rebound. Big news just dropped. Crossover Markets just closed a $31 million Series B at a $200 million valuation. And guess who's at the table? Ripple. Alongside TradeWeb, Virtue, Wintermute, and DRW. But let's be real. Ripple backing institutional crypto infrastructure in 2026 is the signal you don't ignore. CrossX is building the ECN that brings Wall Street grade trading rails to crypto, and Ripple just co-signed it. Again, more expansion between DeFi and TradFi. That's what's happening right now. The rail system is almost complete. And I believe once that system is complete, we're going to start to see everything move really fast. I think that's going to be the transition from the current system into the new financial system. And here's what we brought in today. In volume, $42.44 million. It doesn't seem like the volume is slowing down now. Even when the price dips, usually the ETF volume rises. That's why I believe we will definitely see FOMO on those ETFs once XRP really starts to break out. More people are beginning to realize that XRP will flip Bitcoin. And you see, I sold my Bitcoin and bought XRP. No looking back now. I think what it is this. I think people want a better return on investment. What's Bitcoin going to pull from here? Maybe a 2x, 2.5x, bullish 3x? XRP is most likely going to pull a 20x in this run. The better return on investment is in XRP. And if you can't hold one whole Bitcoin, don't hold any Bitcoin. That's the way I look at it. But this most likely will also be the move where XRP takes the #1 spot from Bitcoin. I think it's going to happen very soon. And remember, inverse Cramer. Jim Cramer says now is a chance for people to sell. Whenever he's telling people to sell, that's when you want to buy, because we all know inverse Cramer. But you could see it coming. I mean, if you look at the 1 week on XRP, you could see how we're just going sideways still. Usually when you see that sideways movement, it ends with a parabolic move upward. But we've seen this multiple times over the course of this cycle. It looks so bullish, and then all of a sudden, something brings the price back down. Then it recovers, starts going sideways, looks very bullish, then you get more downward movement. But eventually, we are going to get into that parabolic move. You know it's coming. I think the only thing holding it back, honestly, is regulations right now, and so much uncertainty in the market still. I think once XRP pops off, even in the slightest, things will turn around quickly. And I'm expecting it to happen at any moment. You know, everybody's doubting March now, but March could still be a huge month for crypto. We're still at the beginning of the month, and people are counting March out. I don't get it. But until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.